Hello masters, today I want to show you how you can use custom commands in a free ways. First I want to show you custom commands using as a functions in the general. Next I want to show you how you can use custom commands as a page object model, and the last topic will be using collective commands, so we will collect few commands in one command, then in test we will use this by using one line. So let's dive into the code. Today I've got for you example on the automation test store. I prepared this test. It will be a full flow, so we want to log into the app, then we want to open product, add to the chart, and we want to check out. So let's go to our website, click login or register, fill these inputs. I have it in my fixture, user JSON, so let's paste it. The same for password, click login. Then we are on account, so we want to click here to go to the main page, and from the main page we want to click, for example, this product. We want to click add to cart. Next we want to click checkout, confirm order, and we want to check if this successful message is visible. So I have this test for you. So we want to visit. I added a base URL. Here I have base URL in my Cypress config ts. So we go to the website, base URL. Next we want to check this title, and we want to click login. So go here, click login. Then we want to fill these inputs, input login, input password, check visibility and value. Next we want to check if our user is logged, so we want to check URL with /account. Next we want to click on the button main page, so here. Then we want to using contains to grab this product here, and we want to click it with force true because it's a hidden element. Next we want to add this to the cart, so here add to cart. Next we want to check URL, is it checkout cart? Yes. Then we want to click on button checkout here. Also check URL, checkout confirm. Okay, now we don't have because we are not logged. And next we want to click button confirm order, and we want to check if our text success order is visible and have text your order has been proceeded. So I prepared this test. I separate selectors. As you can see, I created in my support folder, I created selectors.ts, and I created objects for that. Also you can add more files if you want, for example for the login one file, for the checkout one file, but I prefer to have selectors in one file because it's easier to import them. For example, here you have one line to import all these selectors, and also it's easier to go here and check whole selectors, but it depends on project, on your requirements, etc. So as you can see, here we have before each hook we have visit, check title, and click the button. So we have a lot of CY get should be visible click. CyGet should be visible, type should have value. Here we have the same code, here and here, but with different values. So we can create a function, custom command as a function, because this code is repeatable but with other values. The same here, CyGet should be visible, click. As you can see, here we have the same, CyGet should be visible, click. So let's go to our support folder, then we have commands, and this is from Cypress, because after installing Cypress you have this. So this is only help to you how you can use these commands. So we want to copy just an example, and we want to create in our support folder general commands.ts. we want to paste this code, and we have here a declaration of the Cypress. Let's export this, because if we want to use in whole project and it's not in commands, then we need to export whole. Then we can delete, because it's on an example, and here we can add our login or our custom command as a custom function. So I want first cover this, so get element, check visibility, type value, and should have value. So let's go here. So I can add a name, find, and type. So this is my custom name, and we want to add Cypress commands add, and the same here, because this is only declaration for the TypeScript. If you are using JS, you don't need to do this. Okay, create a function, and which parameter we want to send in this function. First is selector, and the next is value. So let's declare that selector and value, and we are in TypeScript, so we need to declare that selector is a string and also value is a string. So we can create a general function CyGet selector should be visible, then type and add value from the function, and should have value and our value from the function. So get a selector, which we will add from this command, check visibility, type a value also from function, and should have value. So let's save it. Let's save it, and we can use it. Also we need to add in our e2e.ts import this command, because we declared the command but we don't have imported command. So go to support e2e.ts and import this command, and it will work globally in whole project. That's amazing, because we don't need to import here, import commands, general command, etc. Because when you are adding in e2e.ts, you have in the whole project command added. So we can comment this code, because we want to use our new custom function, custom command as a custom function, cy dot, and we want to use find and type. And as you can see, Cypress helps me to find this. So cy find and type, and as you can see in the TypeScript you have information. You need to add selector, which will be a string, and also value, which will be a string. So Our selector will be from our selectors folder, and next we want to use our fixture file. Okay, here we have a problem. Yeah, so now we have CY find using our input login selector from here. Next we want to add from the fixture username, which is this value. Also we can use the same with our password. So let's copy from here. And as you can see, if we save project, we need to add another value, but I don't know why TypeScript don't want from me this value. It should be selector and value. Okay, so let's add user password, and as you can see, we have 2 lines to fill login inputs, and in here we had 8 lines, and also it's easier to read. Let's compare this. Now we have CY find and type using selector and value, and the same for password. And here you have without custom commands as a function, so it's harder to read and it's more code. So let's check if it works for us. Using E2E tests, Chrome for example, custom command CYTS, so go to our website. Yeah, and as you can see, our login works, still our test works perfectly. So that's amazing. We want to get this type value, expected this value, etc. So that's great, guys. So we can use the same, for example here, CY get should be visible click. So go to our general commands, and we can add Cypress commands add, create a custom name, and we want to click add a name click, then create a function CY get, and we want to send a selector in this function. Next we want to check if it is visible, and next we want to click it. So 3 lines here we have, but we want to use this in 1 line. We need to declare that our selector is a string. Use a chainable void. Let's go back to our specs. Let's save it, and we want to implement this. So CY get button login should be visible click. Okay, so we want to use cy.click because it's our custom command, and we want to add our selector. If I go here with alt, then I have information. This is my custom command, so I can go here and check click is my custom command. Yes, here we have also information, so that's amazing. Okay, with URL we don't want to change. Also here we have clicking, so let's change it to CY click, general button main page. Here we have contains and click, so we can create also a custom command, Cypress commands add, click by text, create function, and we want to CY contains use. We want to in parameter text, also here text. Maybe let's copy it from the test. Okay, contains text and click false true. And this text we will paste in our test, because we want to have general function if our product will be different. So for example this, then we add this text using this function. And also we need to add declaration, and our text will be a string, and use chainable void. Let's format it. Yeah. And we want to use click by text. So CY click by text, and our text now works perfectly, because as you can see I didn't add text, and TypeScript expected 1 arguments but got 0. That's amazing, because it's very useful in the refactor or when you miss something. That's amazing to use TypeScript. Also, for example, here we had either a problem, and the same will be. Okay, so let's focus to improve our test. Click by text, and we expected 1 argument, and this is our argument, but I don't want to have hard-coded values here, so I prepared input.ts. So products, skin, sheen, and it will import this product dot skin sheen. Yeah, so now click by text using products object, and from this object take skin sheen, which has value this. Okay, so we can also comment this, so 2 lines is now 1 line, and it's easier to read. Next we have also get should be visible click, so use CY click, our custom command, use this selector, URL, it's okay. We don't want to add custom command for this, because it's 1 line and it's easy to read. Now CY click using this selector, and also comment this. Also URL is okay. Then we want to use here CY click, our custom command, get this element, and the last one is get selector should be visible and have text. Also we can add a custom command for this, so go here, go to general commands, then Cypress commands add. Let's create a function. Okay, so check text of the element, and we want to add selector and text. So CY get, and we want to in our function selector should be visible and have text, and here we want to have our text. So text, also we need to declare that in the TypeScript. So selector as a string, text as a string, use chainable void. And now we want to use, just copy this custom command, go here and use cy dot our custom command, and we need to add selector as a string and text as a string. So our selector is here, and also we have expected 2 arguments but put 1, so we want to add this text. Okay, but also we don't want to have hard coded, so maybe move it to the input.ts, add another object, for example success, and for example text. Yeah, so now we can use, when we need to import this, but if I type this this name of the object, cannot find name, but if you click quick fix, then you have information update import from etc. So that's amazing, because now we have also here products that was earlier, but now we have success in our import, so that's amazing. And we have to click dot to go to this object and take value text. So as you can see, we have a lot of improvements here, a lot of code we don't need. First I want to check if it works, because if not, then we have information which we changed. So let's save it, let's go to our test. Okay, it's used override add click. Okay, maybe click is not the best way, because there is from the Cypress, so maybe click button, maybe this will be better option. Click button, and also we need to add here, because click is function from the Cypress, yes, so you can't override this. cy click button. Okay, also here, yeah, and we need to import. Oh, we have general commands, yeah, so let's save it and let's check now. Yeah, works. So that's amazing, guys, because we did a big refactor, less code, easier to read, find and type using this selector and this value. Click button, login page, button login. This is not a custom command, but it's easy to read. URL should include account, then cy click button, general button main page, so it's this button to go to the home page. Maybe it's better to button home page, so we can change it, button home page, button home page. Yeah, next we have cy click by text, and we want to click on skinshin product, because we have products.skinshin, that we have cy click button add to product or chart, sorry, add to chart, Then we check URL, click button checkout, checking URL, click button confirm order, and check text of the element from this selector, and you want to have this text. Your order has been proceeded and all works perfectly, so that's great. So that's how you can use custom commands as a general function. So I want to delete this code, delete, also here, because it is helpful if something is not working, but in our example, so now you can see it's easier to read, it's less code, so great. Okay, so now we can use custom commands as a page object. So let's create, for example, POM, page object model commands.ts. It is a good practice to have different file for a different view, but we have small example, so I will create one file and then add here all commands as a page object model. So go here, commands.ts, let's copy this, let's add export, okay, and we want to add, for example, open automation test store page, ATS page, because it's automation test store. So let's copy it from the test. We can use these two lines as a page object model. Let's go here, use Cypress commands add. Let's create a function from this. Let's paste it here, paste this here. Okay. And from this declaration, paste here. Yeah, and now we can use open ATS page without using these two lines. So cy.open ATS page. And now I want to show you if you will have problem with custom commands. Now Cypress will return error. It's not a function. Yes. CY open ATS is not a function. So if you have something like this, first you need to think about importing, because this error is connected to import. So we need to import this /pom commands.ts import, and now it should be fixed. So it's important, if you have, it's not a function, your function is not a function, your custom command is not a function, so then you need to first check your imports. Now it works great. So amazing, guys. Okay, so go to our test. So also we delete two lines and we have one line. Here we can improve with click button, yes, and it should work. Okay, I format this document, so that's why we have here. Check if it's still working, because we changed our Cypress commands to custom command. Yeah, works perfectly, I think. Waiting for a new page to load. Yeah. Checkout. Yes. So here we have command like a page object model. Also we can use for this, because we can add page object model as a custom command login, for example. So let's copy this, go to our POM commands, Cypress commands add login to the maybe login, because it will be easier, and we need to import this, import from selectors, yes, and import from, okay, we don't have proposition to import, so we need to import from fixtures. So import users or user from // fixtures / user JSON. Now it's okay. So login, and we don't want to have in our okay, we have two ways. We can add login here and our values. It's good option because we don't will have this import in our test. But if you want to change values for this, you need, for example, you have here user and username. If you will have, for example, user2 blah blah blah, user2 password blah blah blah, comma, because it's JSON, comma, not dot. Okay, so it's the last, so no dot, no comma, sorry. So if you want to change these values, login as a test user1, and if you want to change these values, you need to as a user2 and user let me check this fixture user2, yes, user2, type of user string. Okay, it doesn't matter because we don't want to go by this way. So if you want to change values, user username, user password to user2, which we have here, it's problematic because you have to add another command. If you have not too many users, it's okay, but if you have, for example, 20 users, you need to add 20 lines and change these values only. So it's problematic. So I recommend you to add. Let's go back here. I recommend you to add these values in the test. So void. So add here user and password as custom parameters, and here user and password, and in declaration we need to add user string, password string, and now we don't want to use user fixtures JSON because this value is not read. So now we can use our new custom command as a page object model with login. Go to our application, okay, click button, and here we can change CY login using CY our custom command login, and as you can see we need two parameters, user and password as a string. So now we want to copy this and copy this. So let's check if it works. It's amazing, guys, because here we don't have in our test selectors we have just CY login, username, user password, and if we want to check what is happening here, we go to the commands. Then okay, login is a function, it's a custom command, and this function wants user and password, and using CY find and type, so it means find element and type something, using this selector and your custom user, and the same for password but different selector and different parameter. If you don't know what is find and type, you can use alt and go here. And okay, find and type is a function which has selector value, so we get a selector, check visibility, then type, and should have value from the function. Amazing, guys, that's very amazing. But important here is how you name your function, because as you can see my custom names are easy to read, so it's important to think about structure. For example, here I have button login, here I have button homepage, so I start selectors from input, button, what else, text. So it depends on project, on your work, but it's important. So let's check if it works. We add CY login to our custom command. Okay, works perfectly. Amazing, guys. So as you can see, here we have click button. Here we have also two functions which are connected, because after login, clicking login button, we want to have URL account, so we can add as a page object model success login, for example. So go to the page object model, Cypress commands, add. Let's create a function with arrow. So success login, but remember, if you have incorrect login, you will not have this URL. So it depends how you want to cover this, but I want to show you how you can use these two functions in one custom command. So let's use this, and we have here our selectors. So we want to only declare that it's chainable void. Okay, and now we want to refactor this by using CY success login. So let's save it. Now, as you can see, we had 4 lines, now we have in 2 lines the same. So our code is getting shorter, but that's amazing because it's easier to read, and yeah, that's amazing, guys. Okay, yes, works perfectly. So that's I love Cypress, because custom commands are important. For me it's better than page objects, because we don't need to import this, create a new constant variable for this. It's built-in, we have here imports only, and also it works faster because it's asynchronized, so that's great. One limitation in custom commands is when we have, for example, custom command login, and we want to, for example, let's imagine you have 4 people in your work, automation testers, and you created custom command login, and another tester go to the, for example, general command, and he don't know that is login command, so he want to add a login command, and that's not good because we can add command with the same name. cylog, this is the second command. Okay, and the question is which command will run, maybe without this, and we want to declare this. Also in this stage we don't have information, hey, you want to add command which exists in the project, so that's limitation command. So it's very important to add names in your custom commands, just to not repeat yourself, repeat your code, you repeat your commands, because here we have login, this is the second command, and here we have also login. So let's check how it works. Works okay, but sometimes you can have a problem because Cypress can take another command from another file which is the same name. So let's think about this. In our example works okay, but it's one point from the commands which are not great, but still, as I can see in my work, if you have, for example, selectors, yeah, because okay, here we have only cylog, but if you have function with selectors and Cypress can return error because this custom command don't have some selector, and you have selectors like here login page, so it's information for you in the debugging, in the debug mode. You want to find and type login from the login page input login, but in your application you are in the other side, so it's information for you. Maybe there is a command with the same name in the project, so it's very important, and please think about this, because if you have some problem with that, that's maybe it's the same name in the other function or custom command. Okay, I don't want to focus more on this topic, that's information for you, and I don't want to try to find this command with the same name. So let's go back to our test. Now we have more readable, but for now we have, for example, these two commands, open automation tester page and click login button, and login is three different actions, but they are very similar, yeah, because if you want to login, you need to open page, click button login, and login to the app. So we can create collective commands. It's the last topic for today. So let's in the support create collective commands.ts, and now let's copy example from Cypress. Okay, let's export all the file. And now we want to add 3 commands in the one command, so we want to use this and this, so let's copy it. Collective commands, okay, Cypress commands add. Sorry, open ATS and login. Okay, so we want to open website, click login button and log into the app with values. So let's do something like that, and we want to click button. Okay, we want to import this. Import. Okay, sorry, I don't know why we can't quick fix. Yes, add import. Okay, we don't want to use this. Open ITS and plugin we want to declare in TypeScript, and also we want to take this, but in the collective command we want to use user and password. As I said, it's good practice to don't have in commands our hard-coded values from fixtures. Password. And now we need to declare also in TypeScript string and string. Okay, open, click button and login. And now maybe skip this before each hook, or no, maybe we can add this line here. We have one test, so it's not, we don't need to use before each, but if I want to create another test, so I want to log into the app, so cy.open ITS and login. Maybe let's save it, save, and now we want to user and password. So from the fixture here we have this import user from fixture. If you don't understand this with fixtures, importing this JSON and importing this selectors, I recommend you to go to my channel and I covered this. Okay, so now, and maybe success login we can add also here. So as you can see, I now copy some commands as a function. For example, click button. Also to the collective I copy login as a page object model, and also here I have page object model, so CY visit and check title. So it's amazing because you can use custom command as you want. So also I can comment here. So let's summarize this. So before each, open automation tester and login, and here we have 4 functions. Open main page, click login button, login by user and password, and check if our login is successfully. So let's save it and let's check it, and we have still shorter code. So that's amazing how you can handle with that custom commands. Okay, see why it's not a function. So we want to import / collective commands, and now is a function. CY visit, login, yeah, works great, amazing guys. So also we can do the same with other custom commands, but for now we have very short test, very readable, and yeah, that's amazing. So today I wanted to show you 3 ways how to use custom commands. Hopefully you like it. Thanks JoanMedia for invitation to this session, because it's important topic and I like your YouTube channel, so that was a pleasure to be a guest on your channel. So please subscribe JoanMedia channel, maybe go to my channel and check my videos. So thanks guys, have a great day and see you, bye.